Hi, my name is Lily. This video is geared towards new cell phone users or parents looking for a way to teach their kids about cell phone safety. Let me tell you about myself. I'm an honor roll student. I'm in marching, concert, and jazz band. I'm in select chorus. I'm on the math counts team. I was in Sixth Sense. I'm gifted, and I'm in Girl Scouts. I do piano, acting class, volleyball, archery, and NJHS, or National Junior Honor Society. I don't sound like a bad kid, do I? So let me tell you about this incident. It was just a normal day in gym class. I saw my phone in my purse, and I was like, oh, what would happen if I recorded from the inside of the locker? I put my phone in the locker and started recording. And I caught one of my classmates on camera half naked. Did not realize I'd be invading their privacy. I got expelled from school and I could have gotten legal consequences. My phone got confiscated. I do not want that or anything similar to happen with you guys. Bad things happen to good people. I am going to share some do's and don'ts as well as some real life examples of ways that cell phones may get you into trouble. And you know this information is factual because I interviewed a police officer, a middle school principal, and got a lot of feedback from Girl Scout leaders and parents. On this slide, we're going to talk about cyberbullying. First, alert someone if you get cyberbullied. If you get cyberbullied, like threatened or made fun of, you should notify someone like a parent, a teacher, a coach, or an adult you trust. Next, remember that once you send a text, it's out there forever. Think about your words like a tube of toothpaste. Imagine you grabbed a tube of toothpaste and squeezed it all on a plate. You decided it was too much and wanted to put it back in the tube. Pretty much impossible, right? The same idea when you say something to someone else, especially through a text or social media message. Videos, pictures, or texts don't go away after deletion. They can still be accessed by the police or other tech-savvy people. Just because you deleted it does not mean somebody else did not take a screenshot or a photo on another device. You should always think over your words before you send anything. Next, don't say something that you wouldn't want your grandmother to read. If you say something you wouldn't want your grandmother to read, imagine or think about how she would feel if you were saying it to her, or even if somebody sent it to her. She would probably be pretty upset. Next, don't say something that you wouldn't want to say to someone else's face. If you say something to someone that you wouldn't want to say to their face, imagine their reaction if you did say it to their face. Last, don't be mean to people. Always remember to treat other people the way you want them to treat you. On this slide, we are going to talk about pictures and videos. First, make sure you have consent before taking a picture or video. If you don't have consent, people might get angry that they didn't know about the picture or video. Next, announce, I'm recording when recording a video. If you announce to people that you're recording, they could tell you to stop recording. Also, people might get mad if you don't tell them you're recording. Next, notify someone immediately if you receive an inappropriate picture. Some minors might think it's funny to send pictures of their private parts or even of other minors going to the bathroom. Did you know it's illegal to have photos or videos of minors' private parts on your phone? Here is a real-life example of a situation that another person told me about. A Girl Scout was sent a picture by a boy of his privates. He had sent the picture to some other students. The Girl Scout did not share the picture and immediately notified her mom. Most of the other students forwarded the picture to others. Every student who sent the picture, including the original boy, were charged with the crime. Next. Only let someone use your phone if it's an emergency. If you let someone use your phone and it is not an emergency, and you don't know what they are doing, it could be something bad. Once someone told me that someone had borrowed her phone during a swim meet, and she took her phone into the changing room and recorded the suit spinner. No one was in the changing room. If somebody had been in the changing room or changing in the changing room, the owner of the phone would have been charged with a crime. Next, don't take a picture or video in a bathroom, locker room, or changing room. Just don't do this. It's always a risk to even take a selfie in here. An example is, in a changing room, oh, we are cute in our dance costumes, let's take a picture, and a person is changing in the background. Next, don't post or send videos or pictures without consent. People might get upset with you if you don't get their consent. Here is a real-life example. A person had a birthday party, and one of the attendees live-streamed it. The girl whose party it was and her family were not happy about that. The attendee did take it down when they asked, but they did not want to invite that person to any future parties. Last, don't post embarrassing photos or videos of someone. Purposefully humiliating people is a form of cyberbullying and can get you in a lot of trouble. On this slide, we are going to talk about the few things associated with threats. First, notify someone immediately if you receive a threat. Notify a trusted adult or even call 911 if you are really scared. If you live in Pennsylvania like me, you can report threats through something called Safe to Say. The app is called Safe to Say, and the phone number is 1-844-723-2729, and the website is safetosaypa.org. View the link in the description. Other states may have another program. Ask your school principal if there is an app, phone number, or website to report threats, cyberbullying, or people you think are at risk. Take threats seriously and don't ignore threats. If you don't do either of these things, it could result in serious consequences. Last, don't send threats. Once a student sent a threat to a teacher. Even though it wasn't a serious threat, he still got in trouble and there was a police investigation. Here we have phone etiquette. First, get consent before giving out someone's phone number. You should respect people's privacy and get permission before giving other people their phone number. Next, give the person you're talking to your undivided attention. When you're having a real-life conversation with someone, don't stare at your phone the entire time. Also, if you're on the phone with someone, you shouldn't just say, "Oh, I will be right back," and leave them alone for 20 minutes. Last, turn your phone on silent when you're in a silent area. You should turn your phone on silent when in places like school, the library, church, and a theater. Next, don't call someone multiple times in a row. That is just annoying. Some kids use their parents' phone, and they would be really upset if they got many calls in a row. Next, don't call someone during rest hour. 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. is always a good rule of thumb, but some people have even earlier times, so you should find out when they are awake and asleep. For example, one of my friends' parents doesn't like it when I call her after 8 p.m. Last, don't call 911 unless it is an emergency. Calling 911 if it's not an emergency is a waste of resources. Emergency responders will answer your call, which means that they can't respond to a real emergency. You can actually get legal charges if you call 911 and it is not an emergency. I didn't have enough room on the last slide for this. First, interact with other people in real life. You don't have to take photos and videos of every single moment in your life. Sometimes it's better to keep a memory in your head. Next, know that you can always dial 911 even if the phone is locked or doesn't have service. This is good if you are hiking or even just alone. If you go hiking, you should always bring a charged phone even if it doesn't have service. Next, don't stare at your phone while crossing the street. This is a safety concern. When you are walking and/or crossing the street, you should always pay attention to your surroundings. You could get hit by a car, trip over an uneven sidewalk, or get kidnapped by a shady guy sitting on a bench that you didn't even notice. Next, don't feel like you have to answer calls or texts immediately. If you are eating dinner or at your friend's birthday party, you can call the person back unless it's your parent. Then you should answer right away. Last, don't video chat when you have your privates exposed. With this, you can also get charged with a crime. That also means not chatting with your friends while in the bathroom. Lastly, we have social media. First, get permission before downloading apps. Some social media apps can be shady and unstable. There are many reasons why you should get permission before downloading apps. Next, only add people you know in real life. There are a lot of people who pretend to be kids that are creepy adults. Last, keep passwords private. You don't know what people you think you can trust are going to do with your password. Next, don't give online friends too much information. Some people could use that information to kidnap you. Next, don't lie about your age to access certain platforms. There is a reason that apps have age restrictions. You should always follow them to stay safe. Last, don't post a picture or video that might give away your location, and don't tag your location. Some people could use the information to kidnap you, or thieves could rob you knowing you aren't home. Now it's time to test your knowledge. You can go to jeopardyLabs.com/play/cell-phone-safety to play the review game. I'll also have the link in the description. Thanks for watching.